Hello and welcome to another episode. In today's episode, we go into why I became a coach. I get this question quite often, so let me put this in a video. For you, my name is Patricia. I'm a certified life coach and I help my clients with so many different topics, such as releasing your blockages, stop sabotaging yourself, understand your self-worth, understand who you truly are, create the life you really want, releasing blocks of what other people think of you, stop people pleasing. I help you to gain more confidence within your own life, okay? So now, if this is something you are interested in, then please subscribe to my channel right down here. Also, click that notification bell so you get notified as soon as new content is published, and that's usually once a week. So now let's go into it. All right, so I'm quite a sensitive person, and when I grew up, that wasn't really accepted. So I got told not to be too emotional most of the time as well, like it's not so bad, like don't even talk about it too much. Like it was almost like I wasn't allowed to speak out my pain. It was more like just be quiet and then it will go. And for me that was so hard, because I was, even as a child, I was super emotional, like very fast, very angry, and very fast, very in love, okay? Like I couldn't really balance. And at one moment I was just, I realized that I'm not accepted the way I am, or that's how I felt. And I felt I have to change somehow to fit in that box of the society, of my parents, of my family. I just felt I cannot be the way I really am, and I have to change myself because I'm not good enough, I'm not worth enough to be just me. And so I completely ignored myself, and I started to pile up things that didn't really belong to me. I started to create identities I'm not, just to ensure the picture works, right? The picture, the image of what I thought the other people want from me, I have to fulfill. So it wasn't a question of, do I want to feel that way? It was like, I have to be a certain way to be accepted. So I didn't accept myself for very, very long time. I felt not good enough. I felt not worthy. I felt I don't deserve anything. I felt I don't deserve to be happy. If I felt too happy, I already felt like, okay, you have to step down, like this is not okay, don't do that. And the reason why I became a coach is because I at one moment had to really, really go inside and ask myself the question, is this the way I want to live? And I realized that was not the case. I realized that I want to be me again, but I've lost myself on the road. Like I was just like, and where do I start? I just saw like a big chunk of something, but where is me in that whole pile? I had no idea. And I started to really go into personal development, which was, the start was already happening 10 years ago, but back then I didn't really have the idea of, hey, let's go and become a coach. I just wanted to feel better for myself. Back then I was in Canada. I learned that a lot of things I've learned, I deepened myself because I put myself into that little box. See, when you grow up, yes, you learn beliefs, yes, you learn various behaviors, but at one moment you take over that pattern and you keep following it, even though you could change it, but you're not aware that you're even doing it. You're not aware of that cycle, that you're creating something you don't want, And so I wasn't aware. I had no idea I was doing that to myself at one moment. I suffered because I was unaware of what I was creating. I was unaware that all my feelings I suppressed I could use for something better. I was putting them away in a closet because I was super afraid to even open that thing. You know, I didn't know what's gonna come out. Like, if you once start, what is then coming out? And so I was so afraid. So I would always wear a mask in front of people because that's how I felt comfortable. You know, that's how I learned this is how I need to be. This is how I please people. I would watch for other people to be happy on, you know, on my work environment, like what I've learned in school. Like I would look at, okay, I have to be this type or this type that I could liked by others. And I just realized I hated myself like big time. Okay, guys, big time. I was really putting myself down. And at one moment I also realized that, you know, the thoughts that you have, we have about 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. And imagine, I would say, really, I mean, back then 99% was just miserable. I would put myself down like really big time. And you know, I had to relearn how to love myself. I had to relearn how to accept myself. I had to, you know, really let go of the past, because right now, for example, is a new moment, right? I can change everything right now. But if I live in the past, if I'm starting to create that whole thing over and over again, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, I will get the same results. I have to change that if I want another result. So I was trying to learn that over the years. And at one moment I started to really go a bit deeper. I didn't have the intention then to become a coach, but I was looking into the educational practices because I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to really clean up from deep within. I wanted that all my you know, little thoughts that came up during the day, that I felt heartbroken, that I felt not heard, that I felt I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it. I wanted to release that, you know, start a new chapter, finally, really let go of all of that. I don't want anything of that, because on the end I realized, hey, whatever I do, I get judged anyways, you know. I felt at one moment such an urge to go and look into that, observe myself, observe my thoughts, that I just had to do this education that brought me way further than I thought it would be. And on the end, it was like I got so many comments that other people feel the same. You know, I wasn't the only one. So I felt always that I'm just someone who, you know, one out of, I don't know, million or something. But then I realized that there are so many people out there who suppress their emotions. They weren't really themselves, they were blocking themselves, and they started to ask questions. How do I actually get out of that cycle? How do I really look into things I want in life instead of just going and doing something, coming home in the evening, being bored, you know, all of that, and just escaping from really looking at the things that you really care, right? I mean, you really matter. That's the whole point. You really matter to be happy. You really deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel everything, okay? It's life isn't about just the love and all the happy flowers. It's about both sides, okay? But you are the one understanding or creating, is it more or is it more okay? And so whenever you decide to really go and look deep inside and you start to observe what are you actually doing to yourself, you can start the healing process. And the healing process doesn't start here, because the mind is something that creates something over and over again, but your body got the imprint. Your body, you know, it's as example when, I don't know, you had an accident at one street, or a car accident at one place, and then you drive and pass by that, your body every single time can feel the fear, or the whatever you felt in that very moment. Your body will be able to feel exactly what you felt back then, meaning you're imprinting again, and you're doing the same thing again and again, and the thoughts come together, and then it creates this whole little thing. Okay, and that can be with anything. That can be with your family, for example. If you have feelings where you always feel like back in your childhood, and that can trigger, that trigger can come from anything of what they say to you. Maybe they say it the same way than you used to hear it, and so you're still like, you're getting upset, and you can feel that pain, right? That inner hurt, and you don't really know how to express it, because you're like, I'm adult now, I need to be over that, really, I have to let go of that. And that was something I did for so long. I would just like say, like, this is so long ago, let's let go. Hey, how do you want to let go if that is still in your body? You can't. Okay, it's not working that way. You have to go with the heart. It's not working with the mind. You can forget that part. And so what I'm doing is I help my clients to release that from deep within. It goes way deeper than just thinking positive, going for some affirmations. They're great tools. Even vision boards, or all of that, they're great. I don't think it's something you should start with, but they're great otherwise. Now, when I coach people, we go really deep. We try to find the root cause of your problem, of your pain. Okay? I used to do, in the first few years, I used to just scratch a bit on the surface. Okay? I would feel great another year. But then it came back. Well, that's not so pleasant, isn't it? Now, sometimes it does take a few it takes a while until this new imprint is in your body, is in your mind, is in your heart, because you did something for so many years that you have to release that first. Okay, but once you know how the process works, once you know that, you can do it with anything, with everything. And coaching just helps you to see new perspectives. It helps you to release things you don't need in your life anymore. It helps you to grow. It helps you to really get your strength from inside out, instead of, I need so many more achievements and then I'm happy. I need to do this school, I need to do this job, and get all the things from outside. What if they go away? Then you also feel like you're going away, right? That's something we don't want anymore. To be really honest, I used to do that for years, until I realized that if I identify myself with the job I have, with the materialized things, it's great to have those things. Don't get me wrong, I love that too. But if I identify myself with that, if this gets as my self-image, then I'm really harming myself, because I'm so much more than that, and you're too. So I hope I clarified your question. And with that said, thanks so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, down there, and I talk to you soon. Ciao.